in my mic this time. Fucking noob.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Well, you know.
You should never have reminded me. I'm gonna just.
You can, dude. I can be the butt of jokes. I don't care. People can make fun of me as much as they want. I don't care. I can be a moron. That's fine. Yeah. So what are you working on right here?
Just this kind of his wristband thing. It's kind of matching it to the boot. It's a little different than the one I drew, but the boot design I took. It's a real boot design, so I figured I'll take some of the elements of that and put it up here. Yeah, and that's it. I don't know. Just playing around with stuff.
Chatters are giving me shit already. Can you guys hear me all right? Just give me a shout if you can hear my mic. Just make sure. You know, I've only been doing this for like 8 weeks now. You think I'd finally get it figured out, but I think your mic's hissing pretty good. I don't think it's mine, but that's all right.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I don't know what to do.
It's all right. You'll be fine.
I bought this mic. It's like a PC and Xbox 360 mic.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It's not that big a deal. Okay, Splodes. Okay, hooray! I've successfully implemented my microphone to the chat. It could be something on my end too. I'm not going to worry too much about it. As long as I can hear you, we should be good. But,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Dave will not be joining us tonight. He is en route to the States on a vacation. He's coming down. He said, I think he was Montana or something like that. I can't even remember what he said he was going to do. I don't think he even really knew. I think they kind of just get in a car and just drive. But he talked about needing a passport. I don't think he's making a run for Mexico and taking off with all the dozens and dozens of dollars that we've got in our bank account to live it up in the high life, but who knows? We may get a call to have to bail him out of Mexican jail. We'll see.
That would be that would fall on your shoulders, I think.
A little closer, I guess. I've got a valid passport. I could do it. We'd have to put something out on our social networks to see if anybody's down that way. Hey, can you help a brother out? Dude, this guy is looking so tight. Every time I missed that one week, and he had like total night and day difference between this stuff, and all these little details are looking so sweet. Go ahead.
I think you'll be ready in just like a couple more sessions.
I was going to say you can't have much more to go. I mean, I know.
Well,
I know you could probably always find more things to do, but
for sure, yeah. Like as far as gear goes, I'm not going to really add anything else to him. I got to do some color. I got to just fill the colors in. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do a little more design, like this kind of, I guess, just logical, making like this stuff looking logical back here. And then other than that, yeah, I don't know. I'll go and sculpt the body probably a little more, but I don't think I'll do that in during Twitch. I don't know. It takes a long time, so I need to just sit there and jam it out for a couple hours. Maybe I mean I could do it on Twitch, but I don't know. It's very involved. It's like,
probably not. It's thrilling to me, but it may not be thrilling to anybody else. But
well, I just don't know how. I probably can't be super like talkative during it.
Fair enough. That's fine. I can keep talking. Yeah, chat folks are already asking about the new build. We got some compliments on the new screenshots, and yeah, to kind of get everybody up to speed. Our new guy Robert has been, needless to say, like a boss, and has been kind of dominating it. It was kind of funny. I sit here and I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to have to micromanage this new guy, and I'm going to have to give him little tiny assignments. And so I gave him this assignment of just kind of like, hey, just go ahead and just get the guys moving on the screen, and that'd be awesome. And then like 24 hours later, he had like half the damn game done. I was like, whoa, okay, I'm just gonna like step aside and get out of this dude's way. And Alex just kept feeding him. The guy was a total Ryback. He was like, feed me more, and Alex just kept dumping more and more animations on him, and the stuff is looking hot. It's looking tight, and I think Alex is going to fire it up here at some point to kind of give you guys a test drive.
Yeah, I can totally do that. Yeah, Robert's got a really solid understanding of the game logic, and he's just been putting everything together. So.
Yeah, it's still not. I mean, I said, it's nothing's perfect yet or ready for release yet. We're still kind of, but we've moved into like a testing phase a lot quicker than any of us anticipated. Both me and Dave are headed for vacations here, and we all thought, hey, this is going to be great timing. We'll be able to go take our little trip, and this is wonderful. While Robert starts chipping away at some of the functionality and all this stuff, and it's like, holy crap, it's. He's really, really dominated. I think Alex is firing it up right now. But it's still it's kind of like the beta of the beta. But
well, it's honestly it's far ahead of what is on Steam right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I mean, this isn't really my call, but personally, I think as soon as the SDK, the Steam SDK gets wired back in, we should just throw this up.
Well, and even just make sure, because we've got some like I said, I'm on a Windows 7 build and it's not launching for me, so we've got some technical stuff there. We've got some buttons to remap. We've got this and just like a few bits and pieces, but it's tight. I mean, like I said, it's what I have played of it, or like what Dave was describing. Dave has been through it pretty readily, and he said everything was near flawless. So, do you need me to hide anything on the screen here, brother? Just you don't have any of the naughty files on your desktop, do you?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
For some reason, maybe if I do it from here, it's popping up on my other screen, and
you gonna throw it in the window? Just throw it in the window.
Well, the thing is, yeah, the game doesn't really support window mode right now.
Oh, okay, okay, no, that's
Let me
okay.
I guess I'll just have to switch screens, I guess, and play it on my not widescreen.
God, let's make sure everybody sees my big ugly mug.
Hi.
So in case anybody ever wondered what I look like, I have no hair anymore.
Oh wait, hold on. There's a button here. There's a button here. Does this work? Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, it wouldn't be Pro Wrestling X if it worked for the very first time you tried it, right?
It's working on my other monitor. I just really want it to be on my big one.
I'm with you.
I guess I should stop. Okay. Sorry for putting Skype on your thing, Eric.
I don't think anybody cares.
Change my screen sharing settings.
Yeah, because I can always just resave. There you go. Hey, there we go. There we go.
Okay. So the defender doesn't do anything right now. He just kind of looks at me.
Well, that's all right. It's that head tracking.
We got
to a degree.
Strong. There's the strong grapple, and there's no blending at all right now. So, his aim. You need to kind of fine tune the aiming thing. I think
you guys will probably notice it's kind of a different lighting scheme and different camera behavior. You guys have seen like No Mercy, where the closer the guys get to each other, the more closely they zoom in on the action. I really like that. I really like being able to see these guys much larger on the screen. We'll have to kind of maybe do some more testing and get some more feedback from you guys, and see what kind of a camera you guys are preferring. Sometimes if it's more of a top down, this might get it might be zooming in too much. It might get you dizzy, but so these are all going to be experiments, and you'll notice that the lighting's a little bit different. The other build, the current build that's up on Steam, has much more of like a mood lighting type of a deal. And yeah, we have the Brainbuster still works.
Sorry, I just had to show
I was just going to say, hey, look at that! Holy crap, look at that, they're picking them up. I just marked out. I have not seen that yet. Oh, and I'm loving the stun. He's got taunts working.
Big drop kick.
Dude, that drop. Do another one of those, please. Look at that. Oh my goodness, boy, being able to pick him up. I remember Dave. I chatted with Dave yesterday, and he told me that when he picked the guy up for the first time, he completely lost his mind, and you can see why. I mean, look how nice that looks. That's Alex. You nailed that. And I'm loving I'm loving the stun.
It's like the Mortal Kombat finish him.
That is a finish him, dude. That drop kick is pimp.
Yeah.
Is there different degrees with the drop kick? Is it?
Pardon me?
Go ahead. I was gonna say, is there different degrees of strength, like with that drop kick, or is it just like the one, like you're just holding down, kind of like a strong strike kind of a deal?
Oh man, the camera's getting really crazy here. Yeah. So we have if you just tap, you do this guy.
And then if you hold down, it's the strong strike is the drop kick.
Yeah. So we have the one weak strike, and he's getting hit in the mug. And then you hold it down, and then he does the big drop kick. I was gonna say the drop kick has a little more snap to it in a more recent build.
Mm-hmm.
Robert was playing with slow mo, and he apparently he left it on in this build a little bit,
mm-hmm.
and then was compensating for it. So that's why the drop kick is it's a little bit floaty looking.
Yep.
It's actually a lot faster, maybe, I don't know, 25% faster. But that's just...
I can definitely tell you right now, like the camera is definitely that. I can definitely see that we'll have to. I think Mike even commented on that you'll have to pull back at least a little bit. But I said I don't mind that. It's a little, like I said, it's a little like the zooms are a little extreme.
Yeah, it could be subtler. I think it could frame. I'm not sure if it's framing me right now. But I think it could frame both of us as I think
that's what it appears it's doing, is it's framing both of you, but it's hard
when
to say.
I zoom out it seems to. I don't know. Robert would be better. I
Yep.
mean, he knows exactly what's going on. But yeah, I mean,
yep.
It's better than what we had again. The only one strong move we have is this. So that Brainbuster is a little different than the one we have in game right now, right? So if I grab him, do a quick grab. That's the
arm drag.
I gotta remember which button is the Brainbuster here. So if I do a quick grab, and okay, body slam.
Body slam looks tight. I like that body slam quite a bit. It's like a full blown like he's got the full momentum. Like he really swings him around and really drops him. Yeah, I'm noticing that the front, the front facing up, sometimes he's like diagonal, instead of like perpendicular to the ropes.
Well, maybe he didn't put the other Brainbuster in here. Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, no, I'm noticing that on some of the when he falls, sometimes that the guy is not always like perpendicular to the ropes. Like sometimes they've got like more of an angle to these things. And I think that's different.
Yeah, it's totally random. Like, here, watch the drop kick. Well, not random, but it's like...
Is it physics-based?
It's not... No, it's just, wherever, like, I just figure wherever they land, they land. I'm not trying to line them up to anything really specifically. So it's, like, more organic, you know? So we don't really have any back striking right now, or grappling.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Yeah, and there's a bug here where you see how like he's stiff?
Yes, I did see that.
I need to re-export that. Basically, what's happening with this bug is there's only animation was baked to the root, so it's what the game is like. It only sees that one bone and it moving, so it's like it's just treating it as if there's one bone. So he's just like it's just like an action figure, basically like being thrown. But like because that bone is the hips, it follows the center of gravity, and it's all there. The bouncing and stuff is there, but that's a pretty easy.
Can
fix.
you? Were the ground strikes working in this build with the full blown stomp a mud hole in them?
Yeah, you can stomp them.
Oh, look at that! That is a
thing
of beauty.
Yeah.
As soon as we get the Garvin stomp, that's when it's time for me to mark out.
Yeah. The Robert tells me that the pin is in here. It's just it's not mapped onto the controller yet,
right.
so.
I think he was trying. Again, I'm putting my opinions in there, but I think he was trying to map everything to different buttons just so that it was easier for us to test all these things, I'm gonna guess. But yeah, I definitely the pinning and all that kind of stuff would be nice to get that mapped to the right keys and everything. But we really don't even have like a damage mechanism, I don't think, even in here yet. I don't think.
Well, Mike and I were looking at his code yesterday, and there's health. He's got attributes. There's variables for limb damage and everything. So I don't know how full it is. Like, obviously this match is not going to end, right, if I can't pin, and he seems to just get up the same amount every time. But I mean, it's getting there. We're starting it. Yeah, so what the animations we're still missing are, if you notice when I walk around, he's always doing his walk forward animation. So if I walk forward, it looks not so bad. If I walk backward, he's still
I see. He's moonwalking. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's because it's like in the build that's on Steam right now. There's actually 4 ways. So if he moves backwards, he'll walk backwards.
Right.
If he moves to the left, right, he'll do a different walk animation for each way. It's still kind of slippy, slidey, even in that one though. But I think that might be a movement speed thing. I'm not sure what's going on there, but hopefully we can combine the 2 systems and it works.
Well, like I said, this is where the polish and the testing kind of comes in. I mean, we had such a rapid development with getting all these features in. It's just a matter of taking some time now to just make sure they're perfectly polished. That's totally understandable.
I should show you that again too. So if I'm on the ground and I hold R1, like, see how I'll hang out here?
Oh, if he does a nut shot right now, I'm going to send somebody some money. that's 90% of my No Mercy offense is the nut shot.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, that's... Oh, hey, I almost eliminated him from the Royal Rumble here.
Hey, that's right. He's even got the taunt action going on, too.
Oh, get out of here.
You've successfully knocked him outside the ring. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, me either.
That's a new one. I didn't think that was possible.
Oh shit!
Oh, is it going to be a force? Is it going to be a Jedi Force Brainbuster?
He just Irish whipped me across the ring. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my god!
Well, hey man, I was playing this for like half an hour last night, and I'm gonna suplex him back into the ring. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I was playing this for like half an hour last night, and I didn't find that bug, so that's kind of cool.
Well, but this
is fun finding bugs.
Finding bugs is great. I think that's great. Let me. I can start looking at some of the stuff. Will the Snapmare still have the guy land seated like No Mercy? That's probably to be determined. Because right now we don't really have a seated idol, like when the guy is kind of like transitioning from getting up. He'll either be in a seated position or he'll be like on his hands and knees. We don't have that transition yet. Dude, I love how he gets up from.
All that stuff.
I like how he gets up from the face down. That looked legit, like he's pushing straight up. Is he still doing the crab get up that when he's on his back, or is everybody are they all landing face down?
No.
The body slam probably lands face up.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm loving the stun. That is totally finish him.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I want to see how he gets up here. This is the one. This is the only.
It's the same old one.
Is it? Yeah, this is if of any animation. This is the only one I would ever have any pet peeve with. Is that I think I tried getting up like that once and I like wrecked my back for a week. But because I think when they're taught as wrestlers, they're taught like they always roll to their left on their forearm and then they get up that way. Like there's a certain direction they're always supposed to roll. I remember that from like Tough Enough or something like that. They said they did that so that they wouldn't accidentally get stepped on. That it was always the rule that they turn to the left or something. Again, I'm not a wrestler by any stretch. I just thought I remember hearing that. But God,
I could do that differently. I noticed in the old games
zero low priority.
You would always. So you'll notice. Okay, so when I get up, I'm facing the same direction I was laying there.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the old games, they always, if he's on his back when he would get up, he'd still be facing with his feet forward. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I see what you're saying.
Same.
I see exactly what you're saying. Nope, that makes total sense.
Try to maintain the same orientation of the body, but I mean, we could take a different route to that to get there.
Well, no. When you say it like that, that does make total sense. I'm totally with you there, and it doesn't. I got to tell you, like it doesn't look bad to me now. Like it's either moving quicker or something.
Well, we can
suspending disbelief.
Pass on later too. I'm not opposed to that. There's some things like, for instance, I may have to do this differently in the future, that one pickup there, because so from this one, the target, like, he starts from the head and then he picks him up, which is okay. But if I were to pick him up, and if I was at the feet, and this kind of sucks because his feet are way over there, but like the way the back pickup works is you just go to the side and you pick him up from the side, right? And so if you were at his feet, you don't have to go all the way to the other side.
Right.
So here, I'll show you now. So like, because I pick him up from the head, if I come to his feet, you have to get all the way to the other side of him.
Gotcha.
So if I picked him up from the side, then you wouldn't have to go so far, and also we could mirror that animation so that I could, either side would work.
This is going to sound like a
work.
really dumb, but the guys are not getting like shinier due to perspiration, are they? Or is this just the standard shader? Like, they seem like they're shinier than they were when they started the match. This is maybe I just not paying attention, or I just saw it at a different angle. But
these are just like default Unity.
Okay, that's what
shaders.
That's what I thought logically, but I thought, oh my God, if he entered somehow like a perspiration engine, I was like, all right.
Yeah. We could, man. I think we could, because all the bodies are sharing. All the bodies are going to be sharing maps, so the shoulder's always going to be in the shoulder spot and stuff like that.
Right.
So if we just make a few different like a different like perspiration specular textures, we could we could increase that as the match goes on. I think it'd be cool. It wouldn't be impossible. That's for sure.
I mean, like I said, I'm floored by the amount of functionalities. The back pickup looks wonderful. Like how he's got the hand in the trunks. That looks great.
Yeah. That one is, if you play No Mercy, they pretty much pick him up exactly like that.
Okay.
It's
been so long since I played. Like, I really haven't played No Mercy regularly in a long time, and so I forget some of these subtle things. But striking's not working yet, right? That was one of the things that he hadn't had time to do yet. Or no, striking. Okay. David told me that striking wasn't working yet. Okay. Looks tight.
Because we got the weak strike and the strong strike.
That's right.
It's like striking kind of half works, because the other side of striking is like blocking. We can't block right now. He had it in an older build. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe he was just kind of cleaning things out and then putting everything back in.
Right.
Optimizing stuff. But there's an animation for blocking an idle, like a standing idle, but you're blocking. And then there's an animation, like a little bit of a recoil if you get hit while you're blocking. So even if it's not doing any damage, you still know that the guy hit you while you were blocked.
Which makes sense.
So I think that's all we have now. I haven't done any reversals or anything for blocking. But the grapple defense is totally worked out in animation. Like, you can, and even Robert had it going in that build, the build with the block in it. And I wonder Oh man, I just wiped my old builds. You know, I wonder if I can. Oh, wonder if I can close this and.
I was going to ask because we didn't quite have a full-blown UI with like quit and all that kind of stuff yet.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna look in my recycle bin because I gutted out my because I've got a folder where I've been throwing all the builds that
Right.
Robert gives,
I do too.
and I think I have that stuff in my.
All right, got to go back through chat. Sorry, I was neglecting. Woody wants to patent the term. He wants to call it a baby oil engine. I think we're going to call it a perspiration engine instead.
Nice, nice.
Is there any way to have different pickup animations and have the player randomly use different pickup animations per button press? Maybe down the road, but certainly not for this first version. Some of those finer details.
Oh,
we'll
shit!
have to
Hold
work
on.
Oh, that was Robert's tech demo?
That was the old one that I should probably not show because. Of the
Let's
assets.
probably hold off on that one. Good call. Maybe it'll get released someday as part of a Kickstarter package or something. But
yeah, well, I don't know. It's almost a mod, really, in a way.
Right. Well, that's for those who are kind of new to the project. We had kind of we had a successful Kickstarter. We launched a kind of our first product to Steam, and then our lead developer at the time got picked up with a fairly high demand new job, made him travel a lot, and we kind of got stuck. I mean, he just did not have the hours to put into it, and so we had kind of a lull there for about 3 months where we just couldn't get squat done, and it sucked and it was miserable. But we got approached by a programmer that was passionate about wrestling games, and he was really, really into this stuff, and we decided to kind of put him through his paces, have him meet everybody, talk to everybody, cut us a little tech demo, and sure enough, it worked like a charm. And so over the past, it's been not even a week, we just kind of said, hey, here's all our assets, go nuts. And the dude has been like an absolute war machine tearing through all this stuff. Alex, I'm getting random blackout screens as you're playing this build.
That's just me switching builds. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to give the chatters a heads up that it wasn't necessarily us, but.
Yeah.
But what Dave's going to do, probably an over-the-shoulder vid when he returns from vacation in about a week, and to give you the real latest and greatest. But and we're going to archive this video here tonight and put it up on our YouTube channel so that everybody, even if you couldn't see it, tonight, you'll be able to see it, on Friday. But I think it's looking pretty tight. We'll definitely want everybody's feedback and all that stuff as we go forward. But it's definitely, if you've played the first version, somebody in chat said, hey, that's still more stable than Mortal Kombat X. That's pretty funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've not played that yet. But yeah, guys, let us know what you think. Give us some comments in chat. Give us questions, anything like that. Like I said, it's exciting. We're definitely in a testing phase now to make sure all these wonderful things work. But you can already tell that this stuff is coming together even better in some areas than our current build, and there's definitely a lot more that you're going to be able to do. So that jam tart Dave isn't even going to show up in the most important Twitch in the game's history. Yeah, tell me about it. He didn't know himself that he was going on vacation. I think I think the family, I think the wife said he knew he was going on vacation, but he didn't know when and he didn't know where. And it kind of came out that, oh yeah, by the way, you're leaving, like Monday at 3 a.m. So I haven't heard from him yet today, but yeah. Well, and then you put me, junior jam tart for taking off on vacation starting tomorrow too. But that's my brother getting married, so I couldn't do anything about that. But we were both, like I said, we both thought we had plenty of time. And listen, we still do. I mean, like I said, Robert's going to enter. Like I said, we're going to kind of enter a testing phase now and start making sure that we've really got the polish on these things and kind of tighten up some of the other experience. But we're on our way, guys. It's very, very exciting now that things are working again. Yeah, if you guys, like I said, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have a little more free time next month, so we're gonna just jam it out, see what comes of it.
It's gonna be a fun summer. It's gonna be a fun summer for sure.
Yeah, man, it's getting to the point where it's like, I would know if I would maybe buy it if I were a fan. Like,
well, let's not go that far. It's all good though. I said with each iteration, I mean, this thing starts getting better and better. I mean, you guys, everybody out there, you all know what we're shooting for. You know, we're shooting for the No Mercy killer, and or maybe not necessarily the killer, but the next step, the passing the torch. That's what we're shooting for, and we're slowly getting there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no one else is trying to do with what we're trying to do, so I mean, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that everybody's taking their own approach.
Is there a cautiously optimistic timetable for 1.0? God, I am not going to do anything when it comes to start predicting workflows and anything like that, because my goodness, if you missed it earlier, I thought, hey, Robert, why don't you just give me a couple of guys moving on a screen? That'd be wonderful. And like in 2 days, he had like 90% of the functionality going. So
yeah.
We're Lord only knows, but like I said, what we're going to do is make sure things are tight before we call it 1.0, and but at the I certainly don't anticipate the same pace.
Just because we're not calling it 1.0, I mean, we may have all the features that are in 1.0 like in a less than polished state, like a lot earlier than, I mean, just because, let's say we don't declare it 1.0 until the end of the summer, right? I mean, we could have a whole summer of, public testing of, the features before we're saying, comfortable with saying, okay, now this is 1.0, right?
Yeah. When I say 1.0, I just kind of mean like we have a certain amount of features that we've promised for the people that backed us on Kickstarter.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's what we kind of call. That's like internally. That's what at least I think that's me and Dave have been calling 1.0. Is that list of features being complete to a point where it works pretty well. There may be a few loose ends here or there, but that's kind of what we're calling 1.0. Is like that feature list that we promised for the Kickstarter that includes, the third guy because of the stretch goals, the blue cage, all that kind of fun stuff. So
yeah, yes, and like that's still by definition probably an alpha stage of the game. Like if you're to compare it to like other games on Steam, it's like still very much. I wouldn't even call it like a beta because the design won't be totally worked out yet. So. Yeah, but nevertheless, early access is what it is. So.
Well, and like I said, it's astonishing to me. Like I said, that I feel terrible that it's taken so long. But like I said, some of this stuff is just outside of our control. But we're really trying, guys, and you can see. you know, you can see the results. It's getting there, and boy, like I said, we're getting close. We're getting close, and it's exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's going to be a fun summer. It was very frustrating for the last couple of months because there was almost a sense of despair. I can't speak for Alex, but for me personally, it was hard emotionally because, you know, you don't want to let we've got the best fans on the planet. I mean, I'm not just saying that to get the cheap pop. I mean, seriously, people have been with us for over a decade in some cases, and like for me, it's just I do not want to let these people down, and so for me to like have another delay and another time where people had to wait and be patient, it hurt you after a while, and it was just really, really hard to stay positive. But you know,
Eric, they could be masochists, and by completing the game, they'll actually really be upset. You know, maybe they enjoy the torture.
Oh, believe me, I actually think that's part of the, like, I don't know, maybe I'm a masochist for staying with this so long. I definitely think Glutton for Punishment just texted Robert, our programmer. I think he's gonna join us next week. He's gonna get the whole gang together with Dave and everybody, and so although I won't be there next week. Crap. Maybe no, you know what? I might be able to chime in from where I'm at on the road. I think I'll be able to do that.
Oh, yeah?
Because okay, here's the scoop. My brother's getting married in Wisconsin, and it's this middle of nowhere island. I had no idea there was an island in the middle of Wisconsin, but there's just this big giant lake, and there's an island out there, and okay, cool, but there's like limited technology. No televisions in any of the rooms. No public, no Wi-Fi in any of the rooms, anything like that. And you know, for me being like, you know, internet addict boy, like this is just going to be. I think I'm going to spend the first 4 days just like twitching with withdrawal symptoms. But once I get past Sunday, I'm going to be on the road, and we're going to kind of travel back the scenic route. And I think next Tuesday I'll be in a position where I'll have Wi-Fi and I'll be able to join you guys. I won't be able to probably run the chat, like I won't be able to run the stream, but you can handle that, Alex. You know what you're doing there. But I can at least join you guys.
Sure. Are you still able to archive streams that I host?
Yeah, actually, we've got a setting
That's
on
all
our
I'll
we've got a setting
Twitch.
on our Twitch that automatically archives the video, and then it holds it for 10 days, and then I've got it directly tied into our YouTube channel, so I just go in and just export the videos, and so we've got everything for safekeeping.
And are they on Steam yet, Eric?
Not yet, because remember,
Sorry.
I'm a moron. But
You say that like I forgot. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. It's I said it's
Somebody's got to give you a hard time.
Dude, I don't mind. I can be the bitch. It's okay. It's okay. Somebody said if that's my role in the project is to be the guy that everybody makes fun of, that's fine. I can totally do that. You know, y'all can do the animations and the art and the programming and all that stuff. I'll just be like the whipping boy. That's fine. That's fine.
You're taking all the fun out of it, Eric.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to heal it up, I think. You know, I'm supposed to get all bent out of shape.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, what was I thinking?
Yeah, throw a fit.
Stop making fun of me,
your
guys.
favorite
Gosh. Yeah, but Robert's pretty pumped up. I'm IMing him in chat, and chatters, give Robert some love. He's not in the Skype call, but he's watching. So yeah, send him some love and bow down before him. We're trying to figure out I'm trying to think of a good nickname for him. He's always been Burning Devil. That's like his own nickname, but I got to think of something else. I got to think of something. Dave wanted to call him Freight Train, but that name's taken. Not on the project, but by a wrestler. He's kind of like I said. He's kind of like our Ryback because he's like feed me more guy. So I don't know. We'll have to figure out something. Yeah, Robert's. Yeah, I think Robert's checking out the chat. If he, yeah, he's getting the love. You know.
Yeah, man. You should.
Yeah, he's probably watching. He's been watching the past few, trying to get up to speed on the project and all that kind of stuff, and just seeing what we're talking about. But yeah, I think next week he's gonna actually join us, and we'll have the whole. It'll be a giant party line. So.
Yeah.
And like I said,
Yeah,
he
that'd
should.
be
He
cool.
deserves it. He should take a bow for the hard work he's put in. I mean, seriously, guys, I think he's one of those guys who just, I think I'm going to just decide to sleep whenever I feel like it. But other than that, I'm just going to keep working on the game. And I told him, dude, nobody expects you to do that. Like, I want you to sleep. But sometimes stuff, you just get into it and you get in the zone. And I can tell you what, guys, he is incredibly passionate about this project. He's been following us for a long time. And one of the things that kind of drew us to him was that he was like angry on our behalf. Like, he's like, oh man, I'm just like, all the haters and all this stuff, and I know I could help you guys out. And so he's got roots with the project too. And so he's been following us for some time, and he remembers us working with AJ Styles and all that stuff. And so like I said, his passion is there, and it's really, really fun to talk with him. So I think you guys are going to really dig him.
Yeah, it's been fun working with them.
Yeah, we're all still trying to figure out the workflows, and we're still trying to figure out how everybody works and different responsibilities and all that stuff. And Mike is still with us. We're hanging, our original developers, helping with not only transition but kind of taking a little bit of a leadership role in terms of helping us out with some of the new technology or integrating some of the other stuff. And so he's definitely hanging out.
He's got the whole Steam integration thing down.
Yeah, we technically don't need like the SDK stuff in order to be able to upload our stuff to Steam. What we have to do is it's just a matter of building a build and then throwing it up there. But because Steam's got a like a mechanism by which it will compare the two versions of the program and then decide like how much it needs to download. But if we want to do things like achievements and some of that really fancy stuff, that's where the SDK comes in.
Oh, I think you have to. Do you not?
I didn't think so, but this is Mike. This is all Mike. This is based on my own homework, but Mike would know it better than me. So. But yeah, he's still with us, kind of helping us out, setting up some of our workflows, and so just kind of being a guy who's a ninja. And if we need an assist, we need a tag. Rob's got a chance to tag him in and go for it. So
the hot tag.
We have people trying to come in and give Rob some nicknames in chat.
Oh boy.
Oh God, they're trying to.
They're half as good as Dave's Assist's nickname.
No, they're not even close. They're not even close. Somebody tried to call him Rob Back instead of Ryback, which is as close as. I've got a couple that are really funny but completely inappropriate. I'll have to show them tell them to you later. Giant Rob Stacks. We definitely have him a lot of rock comparisons at this point. So I hope he's watching this. I hope he's laughing at this. So maybe we'll have to try to have that as a chat contest next week or something. I don't know. We'll see how desperate we are for content. But I'll take my headset and all that. I got to remember to do that. Make sure I get all that stuff on the road. So, but. Oh, chat! You guys are killing me. Yeah. They're not quite to the level of naming Dave's injuries at this point, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And I'm gonna ping him really fast. Oh, whoops! Don't you love it when you start chatting and you realize you have your caps lock key down and you feel like a total moron?
Oh, I do it all the time because I use my caps lock as a hotkey in some programs. So I just like scream at people in chats often.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah. So if I ever scream at you, it's nothing personal. It's like, yeah, yeah.
That's all right. We've all done it.
Like just, yeah.
Yeah, Rob KO. No, that's a little weak. We'll get there. We'll figure out something. You know, I've never asked him that if he prefers Robert or Rob or never. I've never asked him that. We'll figure out that. We'll figure that out. All right, I looked away. Is that a knee pad or an elbow pad?
This is the wrist.
Oh,
the
neither.
wristband thing.
Oh, that's the Iron Mike Sharp gimmick.
Sure.
Sorry, that reference may be too older than you are. Do you remember Iron Mike Sharp? Probably
nope.
not. Oh, okay, he was a jobber back in the early '80s. Back when when wrestling first had its first heyday with the Hogan run. And he was a jobber that would come out, and he billed himself as Canada's greatest athlete. And he was a great wrestler, great worker, but he was just like a jobber guy. And he was one of these guys that, like, anytime he would do anything, he would be, like, yelling. So all of his matches are like, "Rah, rah, rah." He's always making these, guttural moves. And he always had this wristband on his left wrist. And he would always claim that's like a long injury, kind of like a Cowboy Bob Orton cast kind of thing. And he would always use it, in the match, and the commentary, of course, would all be outraged. But there's going to be some people that get that reference. But Iron Mike Sharp was so much fun because he was a great worker, big guy, pretty good physique, and he was just a total character. And he always had this dark wristband. Yeah, I'll have to YouTube some stuff to your way because he's a riot. There's a few of those jobbers out there that were great.
Yeah, I hope we have a jobber character in the game. I think we should have a jobber whose like finisher is like the roll-up pin, and sometimes you get people with it.
Well, every game's got to be every game's got to have its Glass Joe, right? I mean, that's kind of how it rolls. I have to tell you, I either nominated myself for that role, or the other thing is I would love to be like a referee. That's what.
Yeah,
I
you want to be the ref.
I want to be a ref. That's what I've always wanted to be.
Dave's got to be the evil promoter and the evil one.
Yeah, I can't. Dave, we can't allow Dave to be like an end boss or anything. That's just like way too much ego.
Yeah,
we can't let that happen.
Yeah, man, really cool.
No, but it's tight, and like I said, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a fun summer. Like I said, I think we've got some new energy, new life to the project, and I think that is going to get pretty contagious. I'm hoping, and I hope it's impressive for the fans because, like I said, we're going to be working hard, trying to knock this bad boy out. So, and that'll be, like I said, and then once we get things to a certain stage, we definitely want to start opening up and getting your feedback as far as like what do you guys want to see next. We've got our own kind of roadmap that kind of internally. And everybody probably on the crew's got their own individual, favorite features and all that stuff. But we're going to definitely make sure that your voice is heard with all that stuff. Because, like I said, we've got a roadmap. But you guys have to tell us. I mean, you're ultimately the people supporting the project. And so we got to make sure your voice is heard. And anybody who's been with us for enough, that's how we build ourselves all along is, built by the fans, for the fans. So. You planning on adding Steam Workshop support down the line? Who knows? I think all these things would be a wonderful goal. It's just I'm not entirely sure how complicated these things are to get implemented. But we've got top men on it. Top men. And I think.
Well, I think what would have to happen would be like if we start getting more crew members or something down the road, then that'll kind of force us to I think like really streamline things and get things to a point where
Yep.
I don't know. There's like a little more. I mean, there's structure here now. But it's not. Like the structure is on my PC, right? It's not like somewhere that's accessible to everybody, and it just takes time to build that kind of infrastructure. But yeah, at some point we're going to be forced to do it. I don't know when. That probably not super soon.
Well, I guess probably the best answer to give you guys at this point is that the mechanics will potentially be there, just due to the nature that we're on Steam. But TBD, we'll see. We'll have to see all that mechanics. We had another question here. Oh, sorry, Alex. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Joe, whatever happened with the audio templates? Were they sent out? They are done for the most part. We have them up on a server. We just have not gotten that mechanism working yet in terms of how we're going to ask people to submit things back. We were going to write like a quick little tutorial on how to record that stuff on your phone for people who didn't know how to do it, all that kind of stuff. So the files are prepped, and we were kind of waiting for a good time, and now that we've got development rolling again, we may have to start, getting the pedal to the metal, getting these audio files together, just to try to stay ahead of our boy Robert here. Yeah, the files are essentially done, and you haven't missed them yet, so we're getting there. Yep, our boy Robert has now entered the chat, so definitely send him some love. Burning Devil 1, send that guy some love.
Yeah.
We have a few people piping in. It's pretty funny. But yeah, if you got any other questions, just fire them our way. I'm kind of working my way through the chat here. So got a couple of compliments on the wristband that it's looking tight. I'm assuming it's leather. Is that the material?
Yeah, yeah, leather, I guess.
Okay.
Leather, and like at this is gonna be like rubber.
Because some of that stuff will be like, who knows what's going to be like legal and
could be all leather. Yeah. Just gotta look. I just want it to look kind of bulky for this guy. Like, I wanted this guy's gear to be kind of chunky looking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll do much more than this.
Oh man, Robert's already like, he's already saying he's bringing the passion next week. It's like, oh God, he's like, this is gonna to rein this, we're gonna have to rein this boy in, but that's all right. Hey, it's always been a motley crew with Pro Wrestling X. So man, characters welcome. It's all good. But people are still trying. They're trying really hard. Mr. Roboto, I don't know. No, I'm sorry. Nope, that's not going to work. We'll have to think of something. But,
I can't think of anything.
That's all right. We'll think of something. That's what chat's for. And like I said, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, but like I said, it'll be fun. I said I'll try to make sure, and I think Dave will be back. I think Dave will be back in the saddle. If he, like I said, if he hasn't gotten arrested in Mexico or any place else in the States, I think he should be back by Tuesday. And like I said, it'll be a pretty fun chat. We may have some more development done throughout the week. Like I said, I think for the most part, we're probably not going to do a ton of new features, but we're going to really try to polish what's there. We may add a few more, add a few more animations here or there, or add a couple of extra things. But we're really going to try to tighten things up and get things ready because, like I said, y'all have been pretty patient. So, yeah, Joe, it would be Dave's luck to get arrested down there. I'm just worried that I'm worried about his legs. Like him, you've seen that knee of his. I'm worried that his leg's just going to randomly fall off somewhere. That's what I get worried about. I don't think he's coming down to the States for or to Mexico for any free medical treatment or anything like that. But what was the wrestler that crashed through the wall and his helmet fall off? That is the Shockmaster, Woody. Come on, man. You know better than that. I watched that thing live on television when that happened. You've seen that before, right? The Shockmaster.
Oh, was he the guy that tripped or something?
Yeah, he was the guy with the glittery. His guy name was Typhoon in the WWF, and they brought him and repackaged him, and they gave him a stormtrooper mask that was covered in glitter, and there was a segment called the Flair for the Gold that was hosted by Ric Flair, and he was supposed to like burst through the wall with like these flames and come out and just like, oh my God, it was a brand new player on the scene, and you've seen it where the explosions hit, and he went bursting through the wall, and he fell right on his face, and the stormtrooper mask went flying. You've seen this before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it on like YouTube and stuff.
Okay. Just making sure, because that's a pretty standard wrestling botch, and I remember seeing it live. We were watching it. It was on like a live television, like a live Clash of the Champions, and I remember just like falling down laughing, and oh my God, it's so great, so great. Oh, Joe has posted the video in the YouTube. That is the greatest thing ever. One of these days I want to have like a botch mode. Where guys try to it's always the springboards. When they try to do all these springboard moves, it's like the ropes always give out. They never work right.
Yeah.
Or like when these indie guys that are like, you can tell that they're just getting started. Like they try these 450 splashes and all this stuff. These really, really high advanced moves, and they're just not there yet, and it is just a train wreck.
Yeah, I'd love to try and figure out a way to represent that. Some fighting games do like slips. So
Really?
For example, Smash Brothers, everyone hated it. All the fans, no one liked it, and they took it out of the sequel. But in the Wii one, just randomly you'd be running, and you would just slip on the stage for a second. It would just like it was super quick, but it would just totally derail whatever you're trying to do, or if you were trying to escape, because you'd be vulnerable for like a second.
Interesting.
So it's not like taboo, I guess. But I don't know. It's kind of thing that I would maybe that you can do if it's like a single player or like a local multiplayer kind of thing. But if like for online ranked play, if we ever do something like that, you like a game that you'd never want that. Like it.
Well, right. That's what I was saying. It'd be something that would be like a toggle switch that's like botch mode, and just a or even like a right. Set a percentage, like a botch frequency high or low, because there are going to be people that want to do like blooper reels and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
well, it would be fun, like if you were to set something like that, then you could play if you were to play through, say, like a campaign that had you were going up through the tiers of federations, and then the early ones, that setting is just maxed. Everybody's slipping off the ropes everywhere. There's maybe one or two guys who have their shit together. Or maybe it's instead of being a match setting, you tie it to the character as well, so that some characters are just real sloppy, and they're just known to fuck up.
Yep.
For whatever reason.
We'll have to probably keep this one under our belts. We probably should have said it publicly.
Nobody tell anyone.
Nobody implement that in their wrestling games. Don't do that. Don't that we just it's trademarked, patent pending. Yeah. Oh goodness. Well, I hate to do this. It's been a little over an hour. But I've got to bust out. I got to get packing. I got to get things rocking and rolling. But chat has been fun as always. And yeah, I think we should be able to be good to go for next week. I'm gonna take all my gear and probably have Alex run the stream next week. But I should be able to dial in, and we'll have everybody. We'll have everybody around. I think Dave will be around. But yeah, thanks for the support. Thanks for the love. We'll keep you posted on the the new build for anybody new. ProWrestlingX.com. Pro Wrestling X is on Facebook, and at Pro Wrestling X on Twitter. So come find us, come say hi. And anything else you want to add there, Alex?
Thanks for coming.
All right, y'all.
See you next time.
Peace out. See ya. Hey.